bad like Queenish. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give an F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that scene it. And I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, Young G's. And I'm a self-made man.
I actually interviewed Darius Crooks on my radio show. I've been 5 or 6 years ago before he blew up on social media. And Justice was just articulated. He actually went on Periscope Live during the radio show. It is his own show in the studio during the show that he was supposed to be on. But he's a narcissistic individual. And because of that, he's had many of these run-ins. I think there was a scandal a few years ago where he was doing fake credit repair for people and got sued. His restaurant got closed down, those sorts of things. And so he maintains these online scams, preying on the hearts and minds of his followers. And even just articulated after our show, because we tend to ridicule people when they act up on our show. He actually went on Periscope Live to talk about me and our producer and some of the other guests after the show. So this has been going on for a long period of time. Now, legally, when somebody talks about you online, that's just talk. But once they get into the place of making threats, either violence, threatening to release personal information, well, that's where you can actually file a criminal report against this individual. And if they do release improper or censored information, personal information that is privileged, that absolutely you can report that to the Georgia Bureau of Investigations or to the Federal Bureau of Investigations for them to look into it, particularly if you have multiple individuals who are involved in this.
What's up, good Vipo? Let me know that you can hear me in the chat by typing either epic fail or Henny. Epic fail or Henny to let me know that you can hear me in the chat. I am multitasking today because we are going live right after this at 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern on our Reality Chronicles channel. And we will be doing yet another day of the Tim Norman trial reenactments. And today is a special reenactment because for those of you who love it, Terica's testimony should be this evening, and it will be reenacted by me, myself, and I. And so if you love the Terica voice, definitely join us on our Reality Chronicles channel this evening, 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern. Thank you to everyone who's letting me know that you can hear me in the chat by typing epic fail. We got, or Henny. We got Don, Carol, Life of London, Tanya, Mocha, Karen, Sheila, Alice, One Love, Shanice, and everyone else who is letting me know. To my moderators, my back-end moderators for StreamYard, if you are available, I just ran out of time to let y'all know. I am on StreamYard, so if y'all could assist with the comments back there, it'd be greatly appreciated. If not, I get it because I'm late. It's last minute notice. So what we're going to do, this is going to not be a very long live, but we're going to talk about what I've been getting a ton of messages, people sending me, Vale, did you know, Vale, what about the menu? Vale this, Vale that, sending other videos of other people's reactions to the menu. for the Three Queens tour. And so we're going to get into that. I'm going to share what I know thus far. And then, you know, of course, we'll dig deeper over time. Also, I am putting in the chat. Oh, no. Hold on. Did you see my video on the Three Kings Q&A live when we did our Q&A live watch party? Did you watch it? I'm putting that as a poll question. There you go. So for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna give a quick little brief recap. We are referring and talking about the Three Kings, which consist of, well, two kings and a queen, whatever you want to call it, three queens. Some people are calling it three queens. Some people are trying to correct me, like, Vel, it's not three kings, it's three queens. I'm like, I don't personally have anything against Corey or Jeremy. So I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow when it comes to them. They get some strays here or there, you know, that's life. However, what this is a tour that was put together by Darius Crooks himself. Darius, also known as Darius Cooks, and aka Darius Travoy Williams. He, after retiring his Dining with Diarrhea or Dining with Darius Crooks events, the end of 2023, due to low sales, let's keep it real, due to low sales, he wasn't selling out seats. Those places were empty. He was also starting to have more and more issues with the Airbnbs because, as we all know, nationally, there's been a lot of regulations in a lot of places that are restricting people's abilities to have Airbnbs and, you know, short-term rental, verbos, Airbnbs, all of them. And so with all of that, it was becoming harder and harder for him to run that grift. And so he retired it, saying that he was retiring it because he was tired, et cetera, which there could be some truth to that because he doesn't really like being around them that much. However, it was also based on the low sales. I'm sure that helped him decide a lot quicker. So he decided to come up with his new grift. He was dreaming and came up with a new grift. He's like, you know what? How about I include other people and we have these events and make them bigger? Because the Airbnbs, you got to keep in mind, those Dining with Darius Crooks events were only seating 30 people. And towards the end, he couldn't even fill that up. So the question is, if you couldn't even fill up 30 seats by the end, really most of 2023, why the heck do you think you can fill up a room with, 300 people? I guess in his mind, he thought, I will band together with some people with decent followings and their people will join too. As we're seeing, that's not how it's working. They're leeching off of him for his followers, and his followers most of them ain't real. They've learned that now. If they don't know, Jeremy and Corey, half that million people ain't real. And the other half are just like us. They only watching to see this show. They're not real fans. They're not followers. It's only the 600 or so that you see in his live streams on IG Live. Those are his fans. The rest ain't. So Darius Crooks came up with a new grift. He approached Jeremy. Jeremy is to your far left in the picture next to me. And Jeremy is known as the Cake King of Missy, or Mip, whatever he called it. Or Sippy, I think it was. He's the Cake King of Sippy. So, as in Mississippi. He's from a small town in Mississippi with one stoplight. He's sure to let you know that every chance he gets. And he had a bakery at one point. Now he's a social media influencer who bakes cakes. Box cake pre-mixed, from what I hear. That's what people are saying. I've never even watched a video of him making food or anything, but that's what the people are saying, that he makes box cake. He makes Duncan Hines, Betty Crocker, whoever else is out there. That's the kind of cake he make. So Crooks approached him with the idea. He was interested. Then Crooks saw Corey. Corey is a traveling bartender. Corey is to the right of Darius Crooks in the photo next to me. And Corey was a super fan. So much so that he was posting that he wanted to marry Darius Crooks. Now, Corey Brims claims to be a straight man. However, he has posted multiple times. We'll visit that one day. I'll show y'all all of them. He's posted multiple times that he wants to marry Darius Crooks. He wants to be a power couple with him. The Q&A that we had the other day, or that we watched them do the other day, that disaster, he spent the entire time caking and brown-nosing Darius Crooks and flirting with him. Now, he's saying he's a straight man. As far as I'm going, I'm going to just stay with that. But his behavior says everything but that. However, Darius Crooks, knowing that Corey was a super fan, he's like, you know what? Here's a sucker. I'm going to use him. So they band together for the Three Kings tour. They go have dinner at the Versace mansion, where they told in their own Q&A that Darius Crooks almost got them kicked out of the Versace mansion, as well as everywhere else they've ever been together. Their words, not mine. It's in the video. I ain't got to make this up. So they decide to put this event together. Corey is responsible for the drinks. I always want to call him Jerome because the way his name is spelled. But Jeremy is responsible for the desserts. And we're going to go over the menu. And Darius Crooks is responsible for the entrees. So moving on, they come up with the Three Kings tour, the Three Kings experience. First stop, probably going to be the last two, to be honest. But first stop, Chicago. Well, I should say Chicago adjacent. He keeps putting, they have on here Chicago all over the flyers. They are an hour outside of Chicago in some boony area, MAGA land, from what I'm hearing, Trump country. That I'm from Illinois, been here all my life, never even heard of the place. Everybody else ain't heard of it either. And it's that's where he taking them. But he don't care about that kind of stuff. He don't care about their safety and maybe getting harassed and pulled over and crosses burned in front of their cars at every stoplight. He don't care about none of that. Don't care about none of that. But anyway, that's where they're going. So they began. This event is supposed to be hosted on Friday, March the 15th, 2024, from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. The doors will open at, let me put the flyer over here. The doors will open at 5:15 p.m. for the VIP and 6:45 p.m. for the general admission. It is in Killdeer, Illinois. Couldn't tell you. All I know when I Google it is far as hell from downtown Chicago. Too far. Especially when you talk about those hours, because that's on a Friday. That's putting you in rush hour traffic. So it's probably going to take them about an hour and a half to get from downtown Chicago. Or if they're in the south side, south burbs or something, 2-hour drive. Easily. 2 hours. The VIP admission is $400. We're going to break this down in a minute. The general admission is $300. So, you know, for those kind of prices, you're expecting a concert, dinner, a great experience, 5-star situation per person. Remember, y'all, $400 per person for VIP, $400 per person for general admission. The tickets went on sale on February 22nd at noon Eastern. So that was about a week ago. At this point, we expect the tickets to be sold out, because even during the Q&A, they like, y'all, it's going to be pandemonium. Get these tickets right away, because they going to be sold out. We selling out. Oh, this ain't going to be no problem. We about to sell these out. Okay. So the details of the Three Kings experience. Should I pull up the website? Let me pull up the website, because I think that's where let's pull up this website. Three Kings on tour. If you're interested in it, I'm going to get on free promo. 3kingsontour.com. That's the website. Let's share this. They've added some stuff. I did check it out a little earlier, full transparency. They added some stuff. All right. Here's the website. I'm so petty. I get a little chuckle that Crooks' head is completely cut off and got that fake wide smile on. Okay, so here's the website. The upcoming event is the Three Kings in the outskirts outside of Chicago. They have merchandise now. But let's go first to the menu. Or the experience, I'm sorry. So for the general admission, what you can expect is Darius Williams, Jeremy Jones, Corey Brim, welcome you to the Three Kings Chicago experience. This event will be a night to remember, featuring a specially curated menu of flavorful entrees, delectable desserts, and handcrafted cocktails. Join us for this exclusive night showcasing the unique talents of the Three Kings. What I ain't seen is not a nan bit of uniqueness. I'm still waiting for the uniqueness. Where is it? The date, March 15th, 2024. Again, the VIP, they get to enter at 5:15 p.m. The general admission is 6:45. 15 minutes. Wait, they get to enter 15 minutes. Wait a minute. 15 minutes before dinner starts? So they're telling you already they ain't really thought this through. What? I'm just noticing that. You giving me 15 minutes for a crowd of 200 people to get in, find their seats, get adjusted, maybe run to the restroom before the first course comes out? Huh? I blame LaQuinty for this because I thought she was some professional, what she call herself? Professional project manager or something or other. You ain't managing this project. That don't even make sense. Okay, so now we're going to go to the VIP for $400. Now, that was only $300. That's all you get. You get to come in 15 minutes, rush to your seat, musical chairs, people fighting. No, it's 5 of us. Give us this table. No, I need this. Oh, can I sit here? All that. Flying monkey behavior. Oh, they're going to be fighting. You know they petty. So we get to the $400 experience. So we're expecting greatness from this $400 experience. You get early access to the event. So you don't have to run and fight for your chair necessarily because you got a little extra time. That's the benefit. You pay the extra $100 to not have to tussle for your chair, for your seat. And maybe have a little time to use the restroom if you need to before the first course come out. It says an exclusive photo opportunity with the Three Kings. So you get to take a picture with the Three Kings. Darius is so full of grifts, they might have a stand-up poster board of this photo we're looking at right here, and you might be able to stand in front of it. They be like, that's your photo opportunity with the Three Kings. We didn't say the actual Three Kings. Exclusive photo opportunities with the Three Kings. If you stand in front of this, you're with the Three Kings. I don't put it past them. I might have gave them an idea, actually. Champagne bar. So you'll get that leftover champagne that he ordered 75 cases of champagne for the kitchen comeback at Chantel's Justin Till in Sanford, Florida. And out of the 75, because he was so confident he was going to sell out. He was going to have, he had 1,000 reservations, he said. He was so confident he was going to sell out that he bought 75 cases of champagne. They only used two cases of the 75 cases. So that's what y'all getting. If Chantel has relinquished them good, because he still owe her money. He owed the staff money and he owed her some money too. So there's a chance. Actually, this might be something else. What he probably gonna do is buy 1 case of champagne, water it down. So y'all ain't got to worry about getting tipsy. Don't be scared to get tipsy because everything will be watered down. Then you're gonna have hors d'oeuvres. The hors d'oeuvres will be bite-sized something on a toothpick. Now the entree, your meal will be on a stick, a full length stick. But for the hors d'oeuvres, it's gonna be on a toothpick. That's high end to him. Then you get a special gift bag mailed to you. Special gift bag. Don't say what's included, because they could have put what's included at least. At least let me know what I'm looking forward to. Well, at least let me know what I'll never see. Because you know, Darius Crooks has a history of not being good at mailing things out. I feel like this was a way to say we're giving you something, but then it ain't gonna never show up. Then the Three Kings experience with reserved seating. So they already telling you that it's going to be chaos for the general admission. You're going to be fighting, trying to get a seat, playing musical chairs with people. But if you pay $100 extra, you get in a little earlier, so you ain't got to fight that hard. You only fight a little bit. So then they also have on here, they did not have this before. They have merch now. They have the Three Kings logo mug. It's 11 ounces. Kind of small, but okay, 11 ounces. It's got the little logo there. Darius Crooks designed this logo. He does all of his own logos because he's a cheap bastard. I'm just stating facts. It's all clip art. It's all clip art. If y'all want to do a Google image reverse search on this, I guarantee you're going to find this little crown thing somewhere on somebody's website. That's how he does it. Guaranteed. I guarantee you. It actually looks familiar just even looking at it. So the mug is personalized. Mugs are super popular. Are they popular? How they popular? You just created them? You see, he just be gaslighting y'all. Super popular at that. How super popular? Ain't nobody got one yet. Personalized mugs are super popular gifts for friends and loved ones. If you really don't love them. Says this one changes colors and will be the gift that keeps on giving. The heat reactive surface reveals your custom design once the mug gets warm. Oh Lord, there's gonna be some other grift. You're expecting to see something else when your mug gets warm and nothing happens. The ceramic cup will go back to its original black outside and white inside when it cools down. The C-shaped handles helps keep a sturdy grip. Those actually look kind of, the handle look kind of cheap and cheesy to me. Says it comes in one size, 11 ounces. Plenty for that big morning cup of coffee. Is 11 ounces? That ain't quite that big. Okay. Anyway, so that's the mug. One color, but it gets to change colors for you if you put something warm in it. And it's super popular. To who, I don't know. Then he has the Three Kings unisex jersey short sleeve tee. Again, it's just the Google logo, clip art logo. That's it. It's $25. That's not that bad though. I'm surprised he ain't charging like $55. That's amazing to me. Now, what I questioned about this when I saw this is why doesn't the gift bag include those? And I know they're not. I would be hella shocked if y'all even gift the gift bags. First of all, I'm gonna be shocked about that. But I'm gonna be really shocked if you get this $25 t-shirt and what was the mug? $11 or something? Oh, and $15 mug. So that's $30, that's $40. Y'all ain't getting that. Y'all are not getting that. That's eating too much into his cost. Y'all are not getting that. It would make sense though, right? Wouldn't it make sense for you to pay $400 for you to get a t-shirt and a mug in your gift bag that is there at the event? At the event. Not got to be mailed to you. That's not too big if you traveled there to put in your carry-on. But he not giving them that. I guarantee you. They probably are going to get a photo of this up here, that photo. And maybe it'd be autographed. Oh, I'm giving him ideas. Oh, let me stop it. Let me stop it. Okay, so, I covered up my notes. So that is the Three Kings experience. Closing out this poll here. Did you see my video on the Three Kings Q&A live? 63% of you did, 36% of you did not. I absolutely recommend that you see it. It is epic, not only because of the show we did around it, but also because of their antics. Them cursing people out, them giving the dirt and the tea behind the scenes on them falling out. You finding out who don't like each other. You see that there are cracks in the foundation, although they try to deny that there are. It's very interesting. They talk about how toxic Darius Crooks is every time they go out. It's interesting. Poll question I just put there is, do you think that Darius Crooks overcharges for his products and dinner events? And the reason I ask this is because Darius Crooks is known to let people to call out other entrepreneurs when he feels that they are overcharging for things. And so we have an example. We have a quick little example of a video of Darius Crooks calling out the restaurant owners of Kitchen and Cocktails in Washington, D.C., because this guy was charging, and what Darius Crooks says, I don't take that with a grain of salt, but Darius Crooks claims that this guy was charging $25 for 2 pieces of chicken with no sides. And Darius Crooks confronted this owner about that, but then turns around and charges $400 for, I didn't go, wait, did we get to the menu? We didn't get to the menu yet. Hold on, I almost skipped that. Oh no, it's coming, it's coming next. Here's a little clip of the hypocrisy of Darius Crooks.
2 pieces.
I think it's really low too. You gotta turn your volume up. I couldn't control that because I couldn't edit this.
2 pieces of fried chicken with no sides.
Ooh, it's so low.
For $25. Let's check out these cocktails. Why is 2 pieces of fried chicken with no sides $25, Kevin?
We have to adjust the market sometimes. So we're market specific.
He good. He with me. He get me.
Yeah, so we're market specific. It's different in Texas than it may be in Chicago or Dallas or LA. But the market's been cool with it though. We haven't had any issues at all.
How's it going here?
It's been good, man. The people in DC are fantastic, man. You know what? I've been fortunate, man, because whenever I come to the restaurant, I deal with customers. They always show love. The staff gives them hospitality. They charge me extensions of me. No different than when we were in Dallas.
Yeah.
Sat down, man.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with what we see here, man. And it's challenging because this can be a difficult clientele, but it can be the most loving clientele.
DC, I don't know what's in DC. They love the shit out of me. I don't know what's happening in DC. I don't know.
So that's Darius Crooks. And the other thing to notice, again, he's calling out and this ain't the first time. This is just one that, was recently on the in the exposing group. And I was like, oh, this is good to put in the video for today. He's done that multiple times where he's critiquing and calling out other entrepreneurs for what he considers to be overcharging, but he's always overcharging. Consistent, but that's the hypocrisy of him. Thank you so much for the super sticker of Power Dynamics for Life, friend. I appreciate you. Also, catch when Darius Crooks tells this guy who doesn't want to be in a part of Darius Crooks' content and on camera, as Corey, his ex-videographer, we can talk about that later. He's telling him, hold up.
He good. He with me. He get me.
Yeah, so what markets?
So you can tell from that cut, I don't know, some of y'all don't know editing like this, but you can tell from this cut that was a discussion. That was a large cut. So that guy obviously was like, hey, I don't want to be in this. It was more of a discussion. And then you say Darius like, oh no, he's only recording me. That means that after that guy had that discussion with them and they agreed to it, Corey was still the videographer, Corey, not Corey Brimes, the bartender. Video Corey was still recording that man after he asked them not to. And the guy was like, hey, I told y'all. And then that's when Darius Crooks is like, no, he's just getting me. But as you see, I'll let the rest of it play. As you see, now that's the big cut. As you see, he's still recording the guy, but sneaking to do it from the side of him. Those are the sort of antics that Darius was teaching Corey to do. That was also why Darius liked having videographer Corey, because he was young and impressionable in his early 20s, and he could get him to do underhanded things like that an adult might be saying, like, hey, yeah, I want to violate this person. They've asked not to be recorded. This is the issue that gets Darius Crooks in trouble. He does not respect other people's boundaries and space, and we see it here on video. That's just that example. So getting to the menu itself, we've talked about the event. We've talked about the cost of the event. Now let's look at this experience. This what you're paying for. Three Kings experience menu selections. First, we have the cocktails, which are curated by Corey Brim. You get the side piece. That's the name of the drink. It's called the side piece. It gives you Hennessy sidecar with a sidecar popsicle. I don't know. Could be nice if it's done well. The popsicle looks good. I don't know. I would like to see a photo. Then we have Between the Sheets, because they love to play on urban terms and R&B and those things that connect to the soul of African Americans. That's part of the grift. That's part of the love bombing, if you're not aware. Some of y'all just fall for it. Like, oh, Between the Sheets, the Isley Brothers. Oh, I'm finna give him $300. Oh, he's so cool. Between the Sheets is sparkling Hennessy fizz with rum. Again, Hennessy. Then we get to the entrees. The entrees are done by, or created by, because they ain't gonna be in there cooking that. We saw in Chantel's Just Until the comeback kitchen. He wasn't in that kitchen. That kitchen, you ain't touch that kitchen. He's outside of the kitchen saying, just give me the orders. He's afraid to get in that kitchen because the food would have been bad. Anyway, the entrees are fried chicken. Is this thing on? Because what I want y'all to say after I'm done reading this is, Vale told us so. Vale told us so. I want to see it in the chat. Entree from Darius Crooks is fried chicken on a stick with Hennessy citrus hot sauce, collard green risotto garnished with crispy collards. For one, he cooks that every week, monthly at least. What did I tell y'all was going to be on this menu? I said, I wish I ain't had time to find the clip of it. But I said in the video to all of y'all, I said, and I guarantee you on that menu is going to be something on a stick, because he considers that to be elevated cooking. Chicken kebab is what y'all getting. Also, he could take a little bit of piece of the chicken and put it on. Like, it's way for him to thin it out too. Get one little chicken breast, and he fed 8 people with that chicken breast. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Putting it up, I put it on the stick and cutting it out in little half-inch squares. Put it on the stick. And you're probably going to get 3 squares per stick. Maybe 4 if you're lucky. With a bunch of mush in between it. That's entree number 1. I forgot to explain this. So, now I'll do this. Because some of y'all going to be confused. Like, okay, how you get? Okay, you're getting 2 entrees. 2 entrees. The second entree is creamed spinach stuffed salmon with roasted garlic, Hennessy cream, melted Brussels sprouts. Huh? What's a melted Brussels sprout? Melted Brussels sprouts with beef bacon and roasted corn pico de gallo. Those are your 2 entrees. For your dessert, and then everything, like, where's the uniqueness in this? Because I've seen him make all this stuff. Shouldn't this be something no one has ever seen him make before? I mean, for $400, give me something that I ain't seen you do before. The dessert, which is curated by Jeremy, aka the Cake King, maple butter pecan ice cream with Hennessy caramel, salted caramel turtle brownie, topped with Hennessy caramel glaze and roasted pecans. That's a major problem for me because I do not like nuts in my food. There are many people who are allergic to nuts or don't like it in their food as well. I think having a dessert that people are required, like it's a part of their meal, is no way to avoid it, that has things that the majority of, a good segment of people wouldn't eat, I think is a horrible idea for this. But they don't really think about people. It's all about them. And I'm seeing some commonalities as I'm getting to know them. Because I'm like, well, you know what? But Darius Crooks takes control. So they could have been saying, hey, I think we should have things that are generally, for everyone's palate based on the fact that, these are not customizable menu items, etc. And then he'd be like, it don't matter. They gonna eat what we get in. Y'all don't know my audience. They don't push back on me. Whatever I tell them, see, I've been doing this a long time. See, I understand this. Y'all need to learn from me. Like all of that. And they ended up with this. And a bunch of people like, what the hell is this? Bunch of people. The second dessert is white chocolate Hennessy bread pudding with salted caramel sauce and vanilla bean ice cream. I would be okay with this one. I'm not really a fan of alcohol in my food and stuff. Like, I don't need all that. I don't drink like that. However, what I noticed about, again, them not really thinking about the people they're serving, both desserts have caramel in it. What if somebody don't like caramel? I know people that don't like caramel. So now they don't have a dessert. The other thing that everyone, I'm sure you're noticing as well as you're looking at this, is that everything, and I mean everything, has Hennessy in it. The cocktails, both of them. The entrees, both of them. The desserts, both of them. All have Henny in it. And people have been going wild in the comments saying, what the hell are y'all doing? This makes no sense. Poll question I'm closing out is, do you think that Darius Crooks overcharges for his products and dinner events? 97% of you say yes. 97% of you understand. And our audacity of him to go to some man's successful restaurant and then point out to the man that he feels the man's food is too expensive, as the man has customers there. So obviously somebody like it. His restaurant was beautiful, better than anything Darius Crooks has had. On top of that, his restaurant is still open. Something else Darius Crooks couldn't do. The question is, do you like Hennessy? I don't even remember the last time. I think I tasted Hennessy in life. I'm pretty sure I've tasted it, but it's not a drink I've ever gone to. I've seen it on the bars, go to parties, you see it where you make your own drink. I always skip over there. I rarely see it, to be honest. Most people I know don't even drink Hennessy. So that is the menu, and it has had people in pandemonium. So much so that it has affected the sales of these tickets. I'm going to close out this poll because I'm a couple polls behind. Do you like Hennessy? 21% of you say yes. 79% of you say no. That is why this is an epic fail. This is why I have titled this video Epic Fail. But this is the problem when you're so self-centered and narcissistic that after over a decade of being an influencer and having a following, you still aren't tapped in enough to understand that you need to listen to them. They should have voted on this menu. If you cared, you could have gave them options of the entree. Instead, he's like, I know what's best for y'all. This what you getting. Have at it. That's why you're struggling to sell these tickets. Millions of followers, supposedly. Millions of followers. And a week later, you still got tickets for sale. 3 of y'all. Massive, supposedly successful influencers can't sell out 300 tickets in a week. 3 of y'all. That's why I called this epic fail. Then we have the actual state of the ticket sales as of today, earlier today, over on the exposed groups. They keep track of all this. I love them over there. They help make my job a hell of a lot. If it wasn't for them, I probably would never put videos out. It's just too much. It'd probably be one video every 3-4 months. But with them, I'm able to pull stuff up quickly and figure out what's going on. They pay attention. They got this going. As far as the VIP tickets, Darius Crooks and his minions, his Marys, they stated that they have 100 tickets for the VIP. As of today, however long ago today, there are 22 tickets remaining. And these numbers have been changing, so there's a theory out there that some people have been canceling as well. I don't know about all that. I ain't that invested. So there's still 22 tickets left a week later for the VIP. Then for the general admission, which they have 200 tickets for that. There are, out of the 200 tickets available, 173 tickets still available. Somebody putting 23 in the chat. I think I did see that later. Maddie's mama is saying 23 tickets are still available for the VIP. So somebody returned their ticket. I thought I saw that somewhere, but this screenshot I pulled said 22. So I was just going with that. Closing out this poll question. This is a lot to take in, y'all. Because what it is after so long, when you live a certain kind of lifestyle and you run amok and you treat people all kind of ways and you do dirt in the shadows, eventually God will start to expose you. And the way I look at this is that you can no longer hide that you are not who you proclaim to be. When you can't even sell out a $300, a 300 person event, and you charging prices that you said that your followers would pay because you're supposed to be all that. This was a very humbling experience for Crooks. He won't admit it, but it is. I don't know why the hell, but again, narcissism, sociopathic behavior. Why the hell, if you couldn't even get the people to pay $289 per person for the dining with diarrhea or dining with Darius Crooks? I'm trying to stop saying diarrhea because some people don't know what I'm saying when I'm saying that. You couldn't even get them to pay $289 for the dining with Darius Crooks event, to the point that you were just doing fire sales on them tickets, bring them down to $99, $99.99. What the hell made you think you was finna sell $300 to $400 tickets? Maybe he thought adding the other two again maybe was going to do that. Poll question I'm closing out is, would you pay for this Three Kings experience? As Corey said in the Q&A, if y'all remember, for those of you who saw it, he said, this is an event of a lifetime. You don't want to miss it. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We all want to miss it. Only a few flying monkeys who don't want to miss it. 98% of y'all don't want to, could care less. Other poll question related to what we're talking about. Do you think that these tickets will eventually sell out? Do you think that these tickets, this tour, well, the Chicago, I'm sorry, they That ain't Chicago. I ain't claiming no MAGA land or Trump country as Chicago, because it's not. Is this Boonies event going to sell out adjacent to Chicago? But not really, because it's a bunch of suburbs in between it. Let's just say the Midwest Three Kings or Illinois. We'll just go with Illinois. Do you think that this tour is going to sell out? Well, this particular event. So they have been getting all kinds of backlash, people critiquing the fact that they had no forethought to know that everybody don't want no goddamn Hennessy in their food, everything that they're eating for the entire evening. Also, people don't consider chicken on the stick to be an event of a lifetime kind of entree. He's serving the same stuff he served at the Dining with Darius Crooks events for 10 years. People are hip to that, and they want no parts of it. So they have become upset. The Three Kings, Three Queens, they have become upset with the reaction from their followers, because the rest of us, we don't care. But they also don't want us talking about it too. They upset at that too. They don't want us talking about it. So they have responded. Starting with Jerry, all three of them. Oh, they responded. Oh, and they had something to say. Let me give me a moment. I got to jump off camera for a hot second. So, starting with Jeremy, Jesus, it's the way the name is spelled. It makes me want to say Jerome. Jeremy T. Jones, aka the Cake King. That's him over there to the far left. He posts to his Facebook and he tells y'all, I'm gonna henny y'all ass down on the Three Kings tour, and you're gonna eat every dessert I make. People so used to eating Little Debbie cakes that they can't even see the potential of trying something different. Dude, that ain't different. I've had bread pudding before. What? Don't like it? Stay at home. It's not even that hard. You do not have to have an issue with everything. From Twitter to Facebook to Instagram, everyone has something to say, and these same people weren't never even coming. You are correct. I got a lot to say, and you damn straight I wouldn't ever come into that. Don't mean I can't have an opinion on it. That's what social media is for. That's it. I got to take care of myself today. Oh, y'all was under their skin. The thing I find interesting about this, though, this tantrum here, this rant, is that he says, I'm going to henny y'all ass down on the Three Kings tour, and you're going to eat every dessert I make. Hello? Aren't these grown people? Didn't you say this was an adult-only event? You talking to grown people like that? You go. That sounds like a parent say to a child, "Oh, you gonna eat everything I make?" What? So disrespectful. That's how they roll. Gotta watch the time because I can't be on here too late. Next one. So Jeremy gave his rant. Then we got Corey Grimes with his elementary writing ass. Stuff is so basic. Anyway, he says, in 20 plus years of me being in hospitality, ... people have often asked, what's the craziest thing, because he does a lot of caps, you have seen? And I usually say, name it. I've seen it all. Which I thought was true. And after launching Three Kings tour, I swear I ain't never seen this much hatred and disdain for another human. That's him. That's his writing. I gotta yell. I'm sorry, y'all. He yelling at y'all. White influencers will make you mac and cheese with potato salad in it, and you be sponsored by AT&T. And not one of you three-eyed heathen bet a single false eyelash. And I know when I type in all caps, you third grade level mental psych ward patients can hear me yelling. Do you clowns realize that that is your own voice, your head, in your head that you hear? Or do you actually hear my voice? And we've never met. He's a little touched. I sound crazy because that's how he wrote it. Look, I'm fine. The tour is fine. The ticket sales are fine. But family, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this from the bottom of my heart. Corey, seek help, beloved. 2024. Hashtag hit dog, gon' holler every time. Sound like he the only one howling to me. He sound like the only one who howling to me. That was a rant, incoherent rant at that. Corey, stop it, because it don't make you look. It makes you look worse. You think you're reading, and it just makes you look very unintelligent. This is the truth. It's the truth. You lose respect for the few flying monkeys who might have respect for you. You lose it with every rant. I just letting you know. That's what they saying out here. Then we have Darius Crooks, the queen bee herself. She's always ranting. You know, she don't get her way. Everybody ain't, Master, you so great. You so perfect. Ooh, that menu is delicious. I can't wait to give you all my money, Master. Ah! If he ain't getting that kind of reaction, she gonna have a fit. She gonna have a fit. And that's what we're seeing here. Ooh, Jesus. There's a lot. There's a whole little storybook right here. Let me get ready for it. Let me take a swig of water, y'all. Thankfully, I read this ahead of time. It was some hours ago. So I get the gist. This ain't gonna crack me up like the other one. Ain't gonna catch me off guard. But I gotta prepare. I gotta do everything. I gotta take a swig of water, gotta moisten my lips. This foolish BS. Darius Crooks, aka Darius Cooks, says, you know, this is why I stay out of the comments like I used to be. Lies. I don't know how some of y'all be moving. We decided to creatively approach a menu, and now it's I don't drink Hennessy. I don't drink Hennessy that. Oh, I don't drink Hennessy this. I don't drink Hennessy that. And I'm petty because the last time I checked, I'm not the mixologist in the group. I cook with liquor almost every day, and you ain't never seen me sip cognac out of a bottle with fried chicken or stuffed fish. I just said, God bless him, and took an edible. So he's saying when he saw the comments, he just said, God bless those crazy people, and he took him an edible to rest his brain. That's letting y'all know y'all got to him. She was so upset that she needed an edible to knock her out. Otherwise, she was crying in the fetal position because she always needs that confirmation that she's great and everything she touches is gold and all that. And if y'all don't give her that, all her mama and daddy rejection just starts to bubble up on her. So that's why she needed that edible. Crooks goes on to say, I agree with Jeremy. I agree with Jeremy. If it was lamb chops and short ribs, which it should be for that cost, it should be. They should have premium meats. Premium meats. If it was lamb chops and short ribs, you'd have an issue with that too. This is why you should have polled your people, though. Had you gave a poll, had you come up with some menu options and gave a poll and made them feel a part of it, because really that's a part of sales. You make your people feel a part of the process. You do it all the time. When you're ordering your $9 pots and charging them $250 for them, you made them feel a part of that process. That's why you were able to sucker the suckerettes. You should have did that here too. Had they felt like it was their menu and not y'all's menu of a bunch of stuff they've seen you make 300,000 times, 50, 11 times, maybe they would have gave you $300 to $400. But he says, I agree with Jeremy. If it was lamb chops and short ribs, you'd have an issue with that too. We literally sat on live and created a menu that you've seen nowhere. Because we've never seen, as Black folks, we've never seen chicken and collard greens and salmon. What? We've never seen bread pudding as Black people. Okay. Actually, almost every soul food restaurant I go to, I can grab what I saw on that menu. I mean, it wouldn't have Henny in it. Thank you. Thank God, because I wouldn't want it. There's nothing unique about this menu. I don't know. They so used to gaslighting, they just be saying ish. He says, you see nowhere else, and we get hit with nothing but complaints. Again, because it was all about y'all. They still ain't seen nothing wrong with this approach. Well, a lot of y'all loved it, but you get the point. Really, if a lot of them loved it, where's ticket sales to show that? Says, anyway, Chicago, I love y'all. He loved bombing Chicago. Chicago don't love you that much. They didn't buy the tickets. You should be sold out. Just in case you didn't know, Crooks, Chicago is the third largest city in America. There's enough people to sell out a 300 ticket event by ourselves without nobody traveling in. So you telling me with the population of Chicago, in addition to your flying monkeys who live all over the rest of the United States of America, you still couldn't sell 300 tickets? Chicago don't love you. Chicago don't love you. Says, we're going to throw an event like you've never seen before. See you on the 15th. Then he lists more. This how you know I can always let y'all, and I gave y'all the secret a while back. I told y'all when he type all this, oh, she in her feels. Oh, she's in her feels. That's how you can always tell the difference. No matter what she's saying, and usually she's giving it away anyway, but no matter what she's saying, she in her feels when she feels the need to elaborate like this. Says, and for those who keep asking about other tour stops, hear me out. Number one, we aren't doing your typical run-of-the-mill event. No, absolutely not. Number two, the menu costs are almost $20,000. Sticks cost a lot of money, y'all. Sticks. The sticks for the chicken. Number three, LaQuinty has reached out to over 60 venues in Chicago, the third largest city in the country. So he knows this. He knows we're the third largest city, and yet you still didn't sell out. And number four, guess what? We've got 59 no's and 1 yes. So he reached out to supposedly reached out to 60 venues in Chicago. 59 of them said, Ninja, we don't love you here. We know who you are. He leaving that part out. He got a reputation here in Chicago. Now, I ain't gonna say everybody know, but enough people know. Number five, if we had this much trouble finding the right venue in a market like Chicago, what do you think we're gonna have to do when we come to smaller markets? We don't go to smaller markets. Go to the larger markets outside of. That's what you because you still ain't in Chicago. And he's like, he got 59 no's in Chicago. He got 1 yes 2 hours outside of Chicago with traffic. You still didn't get a yes from Chicago. This gaslighting in this statement because it's still not Chicago. Number six, this is why we can only plan one city at a time. This is gaslighting. competent person would be able to have an event happening, putting the final pieces on it while researching for the next event, calling venues, et cetera, et cetera. Like you can do both. You can do both. He's gaslighting. Number 7, he actually wants to see what's going to happen with this one before they even bother doing all that. I don't know if it's going to be another event. This was kitchen comeback was a fail. This is ain't even happened yet, and it's an epic fail. Number 7. Oh, and you know me, I play the long way. Hennessy and everything wasn't an accident. It's intentional. This way, we can package our media materials to make a few more moves with brands. But you don't drink Hennessy, right? No. You wanted to make a brand deal with Hennessy or anybody else don't mean I'm all of a sudden love love Hennessy. That's idiotic. She's too much. She's too much. The gaslighting. That's the gaslighting for me. It's the gaslighting for me. Anyway, he brings up Hennessy. Hennessy is in everything. Oh, let me close this out. This poll I'm closing out. Do you think that the Three Kings tour will sell out? 89% of you say no. 11% of you say yes. Now, I'm torn because in my mind, thinking of events, etc., I was like, okay, they still have, I don't know what, 3 weeks maybe? Well, really 2 weeks. They still have at least 2 weeks. Also, he's probably going to discount the tickets as they get a lot closer. There's probably, well, but now looking at how low, because it's only still 100 and whatever I said for the, what was that? 173 tickets left for the general admission. So unless he discounted to $50 a piece, it might not sell out. But I'm still, what I'll say is I have not, in my mind, I'm not feeling like, oh, it won't be sold out at all. It shouldn't take all this based on who he says he is. He's supposed to be the greatest and all this other stuff and loyal following and all this. It shouldn't take all this. Shouldn't take all this. It should have been what they said it was going to be. Oh, we're going to sell out. It's going to be pandemonium. You got millions of followers, supposedly. What's the problem? What's the problem? Then Hennessy entered the chat because he brought up Hennessy. I'm not sure exactly how this flow happened, but CJ, I'm not sure exactly how it happened, but Hennessy responded to this. And they said, we'd personally like to see what a melted Brussels sprout looks like. Hennessy. Then CJ responded. She's one of the leaders in the exposed group. Says $300 for fried chicken, salmon, and roasted corn pico de gallo. The same mess he cooks on live every other night. Exactly. I'm not making this up. I guess this is the creativity Darius Crooks was speaking of. Because, keep in mind, we got to keep all these pieces together. Darius Crooks, all last year, was going from Black-owned restaurant to Black-owned restaurant, critiquing them, dragging them, harassing them, cyberbullying them, and grading them on creativity. Yet we keep seeing the same menu items that we have been seeing from her since she started being an influencer back in about 2008, 2009. I can literally pull up photos from when she started her food blog, and you're going to see the same items that he was preparing way back when. The chicken on the stick ain't new. He made that for his launch party for his YouTube channel back in 2008. I was there. Oh, I wish I had a thought to bring the picture. I didn't know what I was going to be saying about that. I got pictures. And he charging y'all $400 for what I had for free however many years ago. How many decades ago? A decade ago. Majestic said those are his signature dishes. I guess so, but you claim this was going to be unique, stuff never seen before. We got video footage. He be acting like he don't remember that everything he does is on the internet. This is kind of odd to me, but I think it's his mental illness. So anyway, Hennessy responds, and then they say, we personally love to see what melted Brussels sprouts look like. Because everybody like, what the hell, melted Brussels sprouts? And then once CJ responded with what the menu was for $300, this is what Hennessy replied. This is literally the company, the person who runs their social media. I find that some of these companies, they have like, you know, people with sense of humor who run their social media. So this is the response to CJ when she put, she attached his menu, Darius Crooks. So this is her response to them. She had attached the menu, and this was Hennessy's response. Crooks, I don't think you get no brand deal with them. I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe with the local corner liquor store, maybe. That's about the level you at this point. You've just ruined everything. You ruined everything. Your life was supposed to be so much better than this. I was like, okay, so quickly, because I gotta, we're gonna definitely be out of here in about less than 30 minutes. So the other thing that I've been questioned, so that's all I have for this for now. We'll talk about it more. Yes, Clarissa is saying, dang, I'm following Hennessy now. Right, even got drugged by Hennessy. I can put y'all comments up now. I think I'm done. Pull it. He tried to get a deal last year with Arby's, this year Hennessy. Yeah, he's tried different places. It's been, maybe I'll do a video where we talk about each one of those fails as well. What poll am I closing out? Oh, do you think to sell? So 89% of y'all think that it won't sell out. We'll see. We'll see. So the other thing that I've been getting a lot of questions about recently is Darius Crooks and his head flying monkey in charge, Crystal. So Crystal has been MIA for quite a while, and people have been asking Vel what happened to Crystal. Now we've talked about it, and some people missed it because, you know, everybody don't see everything, and that's totally fine. I get it. SM is saying, however, considering the payment plan, I'm surprised it's not sold out yet. That is another good point, SM. I kind of thought that they maybe that the weekend would help. Like I was like, okay, they released the tickets on a Thursday. I said, okay, maybe when Friday it wasn't sold out, I was like, maybe people, you know, over the weekend will start to buy them. Then the weekend went by, and then you add the additional thing of, and I didn't mention that here today. The ticket, I mean, the tickets can also be put on a payment plan for $27 a month. They not even trying to do it for that. Mistress Melts says, who's processing the payments? I have, I forgot. It said it on there. I forgot. Let me see. Do I still have it up? I do. Actually, let me see. Let me see who it says is Shop Pay is you can do for 4 interest-free payments of $27.08. You can pay per month with Shop Pay if you are interested. Because they had said that us talking about this event, they was like, gone, y'all talk about this event if y'all want to, because that ain't gonna do nothing but help the algorithm and push our sales. I'm here. That's why I'm doing my job. Y'all do y'all job. Get these tickets sold. So the other thing, again, that people have been asking about is Crystal. What happened with Crystal? What's up? Blah, 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 this and that. And I explained that Crystal has been off of, she's been out of the loop for a while. Now, I don't know if we have the theories. We put together the pieces of the puzzle, which are probably fairly accurate, but we don't have the exact situation. Crystal has not come out. She might be afraid to because she knows that he doxes people. Or she could have like Chef Carmen, who was still trying to have a relationship with Darius Crooks, even though after all the horrible things he did to her. I don't know. But here is Darius Crooks' response to when he got tired of his flying monkeys, talking about Crystal and saying, Massa, where is Crystal? We don't see Crystal. Is Crystal okay? They're doing all of that in the chat, and he's now constantly, for months, they're doing it. He was ignoring them for the longest. This particular night, with his until the edible kick in, with his taco meat, rusty taco meat chest showing, and eating like Cookie Monster crumbs all over his body, he decides to address it. He's over it. You know, she's very emotional like that. So here is Darius Crooks. I hope the sound volume is a lot better. If not, got to turn your volume up, do the best you can. But here is what Darius Crooks says about him and Crystal.
For the protection of her, that's all I'm going to say. But you ask me this every live stream. I ignore it on purpose every live stream, all right? I am not talking to Crystal right now. That's it. Do not ask me what happened. Do not ask me any other questions. But it seems like y'all won't let that go. So now that you've heard this out of my mouth, now that I've told you, I am not talking to Crystal. It's nothing to be sorry about, honey. It's been 4 or 5 months, all right? It's nothing to be sorry about at all. But y'all won't let it go, and you continue to ask. And so it's a little insensitive, right, to try to ignore something, but you keep pushing for it. It's like you don't really understand the subtle hints. It's like, hey, sis, not right now, right? It's not a situation you need to ask about. You probably should just let that go for now. It's none of your business. But now that you keep pressuring me to tell you, now I just did. All right? Now, can we move on? It's not right. It's not your business. Exactly. And it's also not my business to tell. Right? Right? Now, do you understand why I ignore some questions? I don't want to make you feel like you have egg on your face, but at the same time, you constantly pressure, you constantly. So for me, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Right? All right. Now, can we move on? If you have questions, you can ask her. Okay? That's it. Got it? Oh, okay, good. There we go. Now I can move on. Thank you very much.
So that was Darius Crooks' sassy way of explaining what was going on, but not really, not at all, with Crystal. Really just acknowledging that, yes, she is in fact gone and has been gone for 4 to 5 months. I ain't even talked to her in 4 to 5 months. Why he's so offended, because it ain't like he talked about it and they keep asking about it. He never mentioned it. Crystal disappeared. She was in their live streams, the IG lives that he does every 4, 5, 6, 17 times a day. She was in them all day with them, and she is or was the head flying monkey in charge. So for them to miss her and to be like, they know he is actually friends with her outside of the social media. For them to say, hey, what's happening with Crystal is not crazy. Why are you so offended? You're offended because you did some ish to break up that relationship, as you have with many others. Pretty much every other relationship. So that's why you mad. But how you gonna get mad because somebody who existed in their cult goes missing and they ask about them? What? I thought y'all family. What? And you reaming them like they're, how dare you ask about her? And it's so insensitive for you to ask anything. And I've been ignoring you guys, never giving you the answer, expecting you to stop answering, and you haven't. The audacity of you. It's none of your business. But you tell them about you cleaning your butt to have sex. Literally. He takes pictures with him in the bed with escorts. But when they ask you where one of their cult members, prime cult members, lead cult members are, that's the problem. It's a problem because you don't want to tell the story of how y'all stopped talking or why y'all stopped talking. That's the problem. You talked about why Corey got fired. You talked about why Marcel got fired. You talked about partially why Q ain't there no more. You talked about the situation with Mel, the situation with Carmen, I mean, I could literally just start Danny Rose, your made up story about that, your made up story about Bruce B. Cooking, your made up story. Like, I can just go down the list of people that when they're no longer in your world, you come up with a story about them. But Crystal, you don't even want them to ask why she's not even around no more. They can't even acknowledge that she's gone. So, yes, hey, you there saying, oh, there's a different Corey. Yes, there are two Corys. There's videographer Corey, who was the guy who was recording all this footage and of Darius slandering the Black-owned restaurants across the country. And then you have bartender Corey right here. So, yes, there are two Corys. Well, now there's only one because videographer Corey got fired about 2 weeks ago. I still never got around to that story because he got arrested for having a domestic situation with his girlfriend when he went home during one of their little breaks. Him and Crooks breaking from from their trips. Went home, got into it with his girlfriend for some reason, and police got involved. He got arrested. He was only in overnight. Yeah, I think it was overnight, I think it was just a night. No more than 2 days. Darius Crooks took to his social media immediately, talking about how Corey missed the shoot because of this. It was his final straw with him, and he was firing him, and actually had a call with another videographer already scheduled, all of that. And supposedly Corey's supposed to be this young guy that he's, let the flying monkeys tell it. Oh, he's a mentor for Corey. Oh, look at him. He helping Corey, all that kind of stuff. He cut Corey like that. So craziness. Then he admits that Corey was never an employee. Corey was a 1099. He's a contracted worker. And he still owes Corey money. He owes everybody money. Y'all, oh my God, this people don't listen. People don't pay no attention. It is what it is. That's why I do this for entertainment purposes now. But anyway, Corey also did not get his last pay. He's saying that he will not pay Corey until now. Darius Crooks always has his version where he's twisting the facts. I know how he works. But he said he's not paying Corey until Corey submits the footage that he had. And it sounded like he wanted him to edit it too. But it was like, wasn't this guy getting paid not based on projects, but based on time frame? And as long as I'm sure Corey has no problem relinquishing his footage. Because even when Corey went, I'll do a live on this. I mean, I'll do a segment on this because I do have the clips and stuff. But so I won't go too deep in that. But anyway, he threw Corey to the side. Corey learned what we was telling him. Corey did say that he, he learned a lot from Darius Crooks, and he didn't drag Darius Crooks, but that was probably before he found out he wasn't going to ever get paid. Who is that? Miss Batia is saying we need to hear from Ramon. Ramon, we won't hear from Ramon probably ever, to be honest, but definitely not now. He's still employed by Crooks. I think he works in a warehouse or something. To my knowledge, he's still working with Crooks. Yeah, okay, so we talked about the crystal thing, and then lastly, and I'm about to let y'all go, we have Darius Crooks, as you know, those of you who've been following this at any length of time, knows that Darius Crooks is never wrong. Let me do this as a poll question because we got to look. Then this is our last poll question. Does Darius Crooks ever admit to being wrong? So is Darius Crooks ever wrong is basically what I'm saying. Like in his mind, is he ever wrong? So he had a recent situation today that they had in the exposed group, and I just chuckled a little bit because I was like, this shows his mental condition here. Darius Crooks is on his IG lives. He does this to indoctrinate his followers. He goes on live no less than 2 times would be a slow day for him. That's when he's really busy or something. He goes first thing in the morning. As soon as they wake up, he'll go midday at some point. Sometimes, say around a little bit before lunch or around lunchtime. Then a little bit after lunch, he'll go live. Then he might go live during the dinner hours. Then he'll go live at night to do his before the edibles kick in. That's when he's laying there with his rusty taco meat chest and stuff in his mouth with whatever he can put in it. And then, talking crazy. And also now he's showing a lot of vlog footage of stuff him and Corey did when they were harassing people across over in different countries. So he was driving out today. This happened today. He's driving and we get to see Darius's ignorance and road rage all in one.
For a recipe, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to make it with the recipe. I'm going to throw it in the trash after I get my picture, okay?
And pay attention, so you know what you're looking for. Pay attention. Darius Crooks is about to get into a road rage situation with another driver.
All right, I appreciate you, I do, but I'm not eating this. All right. Thank you. Y'all so kind. I don't know what I would do without you. You saw me coming over. You saw me with my signal on, and you saw me coming over. Your ass tried to speed up. What the fuck you tried to do? I'm sorry. The West Side finna come out of me.
J. Ray said, low ticket sales rage. Right. So if you look at him when he changes lanes, I've watched this a couple times. I'm like, he literally cut that driver off. That car was riding alongside of him the entire time. Kind of, on the side of him, and, traffic would slow down. They would slow down, etc. Darius Crooks put on his signal and then turned immediately. That's the truck right there. Y'all can't see what I'm pointing at. That's the truck on the side of him right now. Darius Crooks sees the truck. The truck is now slowing down because traffic has slowed. The car in front of him, because you'll see that car in front of him in a second. You see the car now. Well, you barely could see it, but Darius Crooks now comes up. You see how close that truck was? And then let me do it. You see how close that truck is at his side, right in his rear quarter panel. And he then gets in front of it and gets mad at them and gets into road rage.
You saw me coming over. You saw me with my signal on, and you saw me coming over. Your ass tried to speed up. What the fuck you tried to do?
And then he cuts the guy off again, or person off again. Craziness. I was like, he is just psycho. He's psycho. Okay, I'm gonna try to do a couple. Unfortunately, I couldn't handle the chat and and do this. But Life of London, Lunda. Thank you so much. I'd rather have a Vipa mug. Oh, thank you so much, friend. We actually have them. I just haven't been promoting them. I gotta do better, and I need to redesign some stuff. Clarissa Fletcher says, number 3 speaks for itself. Of those 60 venues that she called, none of them wanted your money. They obviously have heard about you, clown. Exactly. Lily is saying, wait, Corey, the one that records everything, is gone. Yes, Corey has been fired. Corey was fired. Actually, I was on my trip. I don't forget the timelines, but it's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. Yes, Corey is gone. Right, Vanessa. He wasn't about to do nothing. Right. I wish E-Class was in that truck. We still are waiting on the footage. Now, what is it? I got to find the exact date so I can then keep the ticker going. It's at least been probably 3 months. It's got to be. That was last year. We're going into 3 months at least that we've been waiting on the footage of E-Class supposedly attacking Darius Crooks and his cell phone. We are still waiting on E-Class from Miami to be arrested from this what they call it, this arrest warrant that supposedly went out for E-Class. We are still waiting. Where is the, well, now he got an excuse because he fired his videographer and editor. Corey did the videography and editing work. He's gone now. So that's going to be his excuse now, that Corey lost the footage or something. Thank you so much, Curl Connections. Great live, Veil, per usual. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you. So with that, I got to get out of here so that we can run over to our trial reenactment, Tim Norman trial reenactment over on the Reality Chronicles channel. Gee, I'm forgetting the name of my own channel. The Reality Chronicle channel. We are about to go live over there at 7:15 Central. If you are interested, again, if you love our commentary or my commentary on Terica Ellis from the Tim Norman trial, tonight we will hear her actual testimony in her voice. So if you're interested in that, I just put the link to the video in the chat, and you can join us over there at 7:15 Central. So with that, y'all have a great evening. Thank you to my moderators on the front end. Thank you to all of you who are viewed. Please hit that like button if you have not as of yet. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't as of yet. There's definitely plenty more to come. And with that, until next time, until I jump on with another video, make sure to take care and be blessed. Well, trying to sing y'all out with something. Why it ain't going up?